This is Leigh, and I'd like to welcome you to Alcmy Intuitive Arts. I am your mystical tour guide to take you on a cosmic trip around the spiritual galaxy. So if that piques your interest, then punch your ticket and climb aboard, and let's explore the universe together. I'd like to say thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you. I'd like to say thank you to my new viewers. Thank you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, why not? Please subscribe and join the conversation. And with that said, let's get into today's video. Well, if you haven't noticed, there's a lot of unrest going on in the world today. There's lots of outages in Europe and Spain and Portugal. People are without internet or lighting. There are people protesting in the streets. There are people in New York being robbed within their homes by gangs of people, being punched in the streets, and of course happening all over the US. Many stores are getting raided, and this is leaving them to either close their doors and go online, or to have security guards and watch cameras and to lock things up. There's a lot of unrest going. The cost of things are going up. The selection of things is going down, and we're seeing a lot of problems within our cities, and not to mention the huge amount of drugs that have been pouring into our cities. So if you haven't noticed, and I think you have, there's a lot of unrest going on, and it's been kind of creeping up, slowly creeping up and getting worse. And I guess that's either by design or just because that's the way it's been happening. But we're seeing a lot of unrest, and this began several years ago, and it has just gotten continuously worse. We're still in a war between Ukraine and Russia, and we're still in other wars, Israel and the Gaza Strip. We're having all of these different issues going on. And this is a concern, especially when it meets on our soil. And when I say our soil, this could be anywhere in the world. When you encounter this type of conflict, like the lights out, the internet out, or people stealing and hacking and scamming, people committing violent acts, or just unchecked drug use going on and on, destroying the fabric of our cities. And even in the smallest towns, we see this affecting these places as well. And one of the things that I've talked about is how our country is going to experience conflict on its own soil. And I do believe that this a level of conflict. It's not overt conflict like guns blazing, bombs and things like that, although that could happen as well. But what we're really seeing is something more insidious, and it's a conflict that is occurring from within. Fabric of our cities is being degraded by conflict from within. And this has to do with people's moral character. It has to do with addictions. It has to do with growing up in homes where you're given a solid foundation, growing up in schools that you feel safe in. I mean, there's schools in our community and many communities that face violence. The children face violence, junior high and high school. People are getting shot, beat up, and knifed. I mean, this is happening at the high school that I graduated from. And at that time, of course, a while ago, it was safe and nobody ever even thought of anything like that. But now it's commonplace. So there's definitely something tearing away at the fabric of our life. And it is from within. You know, we find within our government there's corruption from within. You know, we've found fraud going on from within. Lots and lots, billions of dollars worth of fraud. We see that schools are closing. This is happening in my community, and I've received notice from other people that it happened in their community as well. Even though the schools receive lots of money, they can't seem to keep their doors open. Why is that? And of course the stores, you know, we see people raiding the stores, stealing from the stores, and then reselling things. Everybody's out to make a buck. You know, people are hacking accounts. I mean, I've been hacked recently, my bank account. Somebody tried to pass a fraudulent check through my bank account for $4,200, and it looked like my signature. Somehow they leveraged a check that I had written and rewrote it to themselves or to somebody they claimed to be. Why did they choose my bank account? That's what I wonder, but fortunately it didn't go through. But these hacks are getting more and more common. People can view your phone. People can view your computer. People can view you, just like the Truman Show. They can watch your every move. They can watch you brushing your teeth. They can watch you changing your clothes. They can watch you yelling at your kids. They can watch you feeding your pets. They can watch you doing intimate things if they want. Yes, it's very easy to hack you by your phone. They can catch your IP address. I don't know exactly how it's done, but I know it's quite common. They can watch your kids too. They can watch your little children, or they can watch your older teenagers or adult children. It's really that simple. And what can you do about it? I mean, there's not a lot you can do about it because these people and this technology is sophisticated enough that it's very hard to catch somebody. So from a spiritual standpoint, you cannot allow that to bother you. And of course, we know that another method that many of these people use, besides hacking and scamming and spying and, you know, etc., they use dark magic. You know, a lot of people use magic, and they use magic to get what they want from you. Do they want your money? Do they want your energy? Do they want to wear you like a Versace outfit? I mean, what do they want? Confirmation. Yeah, there's a lot of copycats out there. What I'd like to say from a spiritual standpoint is nobody can take what is divinely given to you. It's impossible. It can't be done. Nobody can wear your energy like a luxury purse. Nobody can wear your divine spiritual inheritance like a Balenciaga outfit. Nobody can do that. Nobody can carry your knowledge from the divine like a Rolex watch. It's just not possible. It's not something you purchase. It's something you are divinely endowed with. And if they try and take from you in that way, well, guess what? Karma, baby. Karma is on the way. If they try and harm you, if they try and interfere with your finances, with your health, with your relationships, with your divine guided inheritance. And I don't mean like literal inheritance, but on the other hand, I do mean your literal inheritance. If they try and steal your inheritance, yeah, they may get a hold of your money, but they're gonna experience hell because of that. And they may think it's right in all their own mind, that they've rectified it in their mind, that this is what they should do and this is why they should do it. And they've made up all kinds of lies as to why. They may have even scammed the court system or done fraud with paperwork and all, got up to all kinds of trouble. But they cannot take what is divinely yours. They will only create more havoc in their own life. And it could be in this lifetime, it could be carried on into a generational curse, or they could just experience great loss in the current lifetime. It's so important that we do not purposely try and harm each other, because guess what? You're harming yourself. I mean, this is such a basic fundamental of spirituality, that if you harm another person, you will harm yourself. I mean, it's a ricochet thing. It comes back to you. Yeah, you might be in the high life for a while, and you might have that Hermes bag, and you might have those shoes with the red soles and get every pair your heart desires. And that's okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having designer clothing. Nothing at all. If you have the money, baby, enjoy it. But if you come by your wealth by ill-begotten means, meaning you stole it from somebody else, well, you will potentially lose your wealth or have great losses in other ways. If you disparage somebody's character, you yourself will become the topic of discussion, and your character is going to be scrutinized. It really is simple. Whatever you put out comes back to you. And unless you do something to rectify, to correct, to balance, to bring justice to that situation, then you will see a tower moment. You will experience the wheel of fortune, which is when your luck changes. And if you're on the bad side of karma, then you're going to experience bad karma. If you're on the good side, you will experience good karma or dharma. It's all about the balance. And so all of these things that we're seeing happen around us, all these things are due to people that are out of balance. They're out of balance mentally, emotionally, physically. They're afflicted entities, or, different demons. If you want to get down to it, there's a lot of people that operate in the darkness. And I don't mean in the physical dark, although they might. I mean, they're living out of their shadow side. And I mean, let's get it straight. Everybody has their needs, and we all want our needs met. We are mere humans. We have needs. We want to have fun. We want to be abundant. We want to be loved and desired and intelligent and, look good and never grow old and, have everything our heart desires. Have a good family, have good kids, all these things. We all want this. And some of us obtain it in ways that are bringing negativity to our family name or to our name. And it's very important that we recognize that this is coming from within. Within, I mean within each and every one of us who makes the free will choice to do things to harm other people. Culturally, we see tons of messages about harming people. It's trending to make some kind of shock video or to see something shocking. That trends, that gets you noticed. So people are going out of their way to be more and more shocking, to do more and more crazy things. Like I watched a video lately where somebody had a knife thrown into their eye. I mean, like who wants to see that? Somebody's thrown over a balcony or something like that. Like who wants to see that? We hear stories about people who have gone to other countries and have fallen into situations where they are beat and broken and harmed mentally, physically, in every way. Each person that does something like that, that's their internal character, that's all. Now, I'm not saying I'm a good person or a perfect person. I have made many mistakes in my life, and I regret making mistakes, and I wish I would have known better. But now in my life, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to live a peaceful life, and I want to be around people that bring me love and peace. And in fact, I will only surround myself with people who do that. And if I encounter somebody who isn't doing that, then I am divinely led into their life for a purpose, like we all are. We all have a purpose with the people around us. And that purpose is to help them learn a lesson and to help us learn a lesson, to help us correct our shadow side. I'm still learning. You're still learning. We're all still learning. What we need to do as a society is not accept this negativity, to not accept this theft, to not accept this addiction, to not accept this corruption, to not accept people mistreating other people. It seems like we've become numb to it, and we now have laws that protect these people that are doing these crimes. Instead of erring on the side of the victim, we're erring on the side of the criminals. I mean, what the heck? What the fuck is that? Like, who errs on the side of somebody deeply in their shadow side? Obviously, somebody who's deeply in their shadow side. So we are being attacked on our own soil. And mostly we are being attacked by people within our circles or within our own society that is near us, and within the society that we witness on the internet, on television, and globally, locally, nationally. We're being attacked from within. It is up to each and every one of us to make that change within our own self, the incremental change, and to not tolerate even cracking that door open to darkness. Because once you crack that door open, a demon's gonna kick it open. And you're gonna be stuck with that, regretting it. And take it from me, I know about that. I let somebody kick that door open, and I still regret it today. But obviously, that was my lesson. Hopefully, I've learned it. Maybe I haven't. If I haven't, the lesson will come around again. No, am I ashamed? No, I'm not ashamed of my life. Can you embarrass me about my life? No, you can't embarrass me about my life, because it's my life, and everybody's life is their life because they're there for a lesson. And when you have made peace with your shadow side, then you are not embarrassed. There's nobody that can disparage you. There's nobody that's going to embarrass you, because they're the ones that are off. If they're trying to disparage you, well, guess what? They're the ones that have a problem, not you. Because if you're sitting peacefully and somebody's trying to disparage your character, cause trouble for you, well, guess what? They're the ones that need help. They're the ones that aren't spiritual. They may parade and go to church every Sunday and then cast judgment on you, make fun of you, or maybe you don't wear the right outfit, or maybe you're too fat or too skinny, or you talk wrong, or whatever it is you do, or you don't run in the right circles. Whatever it is that's important to their shallow character. Yeah, shallow. Because me, I can run in any circle, but I choose to keep my circle small because I don't want an influx of negative energy in my life. I want it clean, crisp, and clear, and peaceful, and loving, and divine. And you can have that too. And I challenge you to take that first little step, whatever it is you need to do to adjust your own shadow side. It's a lifelong commitment to continuously look at our shadow and what we can do to improve that. And incrementally, we will together change the vibration of the collective, and you will change the vibration of your circle and yourself. So with that said, peace, love.